We just want to be as raw and as honest as possible, so forgive us for the video. But yeah, I just want to start off by saying our journey so far. I know a lot of you have been with us on it so far, and yeah, so basically I was born with MRKH, and it's when you're born with a missing uterus, and you can also be born with missing ovaries. However, I'm fortunate enough to have been born with ovaries. So far, we have done egg collections, we have been through IVF, we had a previous surrogate, and we've done 2 transfers. The first transfer didn't stick, and the second transfer we did fall pregnant. However, unfortunately, we did miscarry, and since then we've took a break, tried to recuperate and recharge. Sorry, I can feel myself already getting upset. But then, oh come on.
Okay.
We saw that a uterus transplant was starting to be a thing, and it just like overwhelms me with like that being a possibility. That overwhelms me with joy. Like I've read stories of women who have MRKH that have had the transplant, and they've then carried their own baby, and I just think it's incredible. Like, obviously finding out that I had MRKH, or have MRKH at the age of 15, was soul destroying. Like, I always wanted to be a young mum, and it just ripped my heart out, as you can imagine. So hearing that that's a possibility is just incredible, like absolutely incredible. Try and gather myself.
Yeah. Well, we're at a point now where we're looking at all the options we've got, and we've sort of got really 2 avenues to go down to. First off, we need to create more embryos. As to go down the uterus transplant route, we need to have a certain testing done to our embryos, and the ones we've already made haven't had that tested, and they can't go back and retest that. So we're going to have to, and we want to anyway, because we have only got 2 embryos left, and they're not the highest grade, so the chance of pregnancy is not great, basically. Still a chance, but we want to make higher graded embryos to give us the best chance, and also get them all tested as well. So once we've made them embryos, it's going to give us a chance to either, we can still stick with a surrogacy route, or we can go down the uterus transplant route. Obviously there is a waiting list for...
So there is only a certain amount of spaces for the uterus transplant to actually take place. So there is a waiting list, but there is also only a certain amount of people that can get put on that waiting list. Within our journey, we have spent nearly close to £50,000 ourselves. We have had help from our family, but we have done a lot of it ourselves, and we're kind of at a point now where we want to go again, but we're wanting to ask for help. Yeah. And we don't expect people to donate, but even just people sharing our story and reposting our story and just creating awareness of like MRKH, and it only happens to 1 in 5,000 women, and every single person that I've spoke to or told them about it haven't got a clue what it is. which fair enough, it's not the most common thing.
Every
Single step of the way, there is an expense. So,
Yeah.
for example, with surrogacy, obviously there's a lot of expense, and you have to pay for, obviously, the IVF of creating embryos. You've got to pay for the drugs, like the medications that you've got to take beforehand. You've got to pay for consultation meetings. You've got to pay for blood tests. You've got to pay for the embryos to be frozen. You've got to pay for the surrogate's medication. You've got to pay for the surrogate expenses. You've got to pay for the get to know stage. It's a lot of money, but we really just don't want to give up hope yet of having our own biological child. And it's like with the uterus transplant, so the actual operation is funded. However, obviously they want us to have 5 tested embryos, and obviously we need to create more embryos, and also the testing costs thousands per embryo. But that enables us to be put on the list for the transplant. And if we do get put on that list, we have to go to London, and
You have to
obviously
pay for the accommodation.
you have to pay after the operation. You have to pay for accommodation to be in London for 8 weeks because they have to monitor you, etc. But that's further down the line. But
after the miscarriage, it sort of takes a big chunk out of your hope and your determination, because it's not, like you say, it's not as easy to just keep going and keep going and keep going. Like, we have had our lives on hold. Like, we feel guilty to be going on date nights or booking a holiday, because we know it's like it's sort of making us further away from being able to create and have another chance. But then everything you just feel so guilty for, and even just doing this, when people have been asking us to do it for years,
yeah,
and we just felt so embarrassed to ask and plead, but we're sort of a last resort, if I'm honest. Like I say, we spent so much money, we're still trying to live a normal life at the same time, and it's...
Well, we haven't been living a normal life for years. We just don't want to stop fighting yet, do we?
No.
Every penny has literally gone towards the baby situation. It has. And yeah, so many people have been telling us to do a GoFundMe for years, because it's spreading awareness as well. And the idea of it has made us feel uncomfortable. But we're at that stage now where I think we'd live with regret if we didn't try. I'm sorry that I'm so emotional. I just think I never want to live with regret, and this is something that I think we'd regret if we didn't do. And I just want to say thank you for
taking your time to watch and listen, really, and just...
We want
anything you can do to help would be more appreciated than you'd know.
And just like even sharing it and reposting it, like, we'd highly appreciate it. And we want to just take you on the journey with us if we can. And
we want to get to that next step and get them embryos made to hopefully open up a few more doors for us. And
yeah,
I mean, you never know who could this reach, like, if someone who can help.
Yeah, we just really appreciate you listening.
And thank you for your time.
Thank you.